Hello, Jack Kirby fans. Welcome to Fourth World Fridays. This is episode 7. Wow, we're just plowing through 7. It seems crazy. So this is a pretty good one today. We have a first appearance of a fan favorite character, and I'm gonna. Well, let's see where the poll goes. I've already got a poll up, and as I'm talking, this first appearance comic is already getting more of the votes as I talk. I literally just went to the poll and it was going up while I was talking. So I think we all know who the first appearance is going to be, but let's see. We're going to find out. Before we get going, let's talk about some stuff that's coming up. Of course, this Monday, episode 20. There's been 20 episodes of the Legion live stream. I have not read these yet, but they're always going to be a lot of fun. There's a marriage going on the last book there, and we've got a surprise character, and it looks like it's a two-parter. So we haven't really seen a two-parter for the Legion in adventure comics like this before, I don't think. So that's going to be really exciting. That's going to be on Monday, and then Tuesday. Oh man, the Brave and the Bold. Sean and I are going to be talking about the first 3 episodes of my favorite animated series of all time, Batman, the Brave and the Bold. We are also going to do the comic books as well. So it'll be like Transformer Thursdays where we alternate back and forth. Or we might do a couple. We'll do it by feel. We might do a couple of streams on the cartoon and then go back to do some of the comics. There's not that many comics, so we'll spread it out. We'll do it in 3s. We'll do it. We'll do it like the Ramans, Rendezvous with Rama, like the Ramans. They do everything in 3s. If you read that book, and then speaking of Thursday, it's the return of Transformer Thursdays, and we are doing the G1 cartoon. We're doing the 4 episodes that take place right before the Ultimate Doom. So you're gonna have the Dinobots in there. You're gonna have Jetfire / Skyfire / whatever you want to call him, the white jet guy from Robotech. He's going to be appearing, so that's going to be exciting. And coming up in October is Comics Curing Cancer C3, what they call it. The link to C3, it's an Instagram link, and I've got some more information. So you see there's a comic on there, and I've already ordered that comic. That is a special cover comic that you can order, that all the proceeds go to Comics Curing Cancer. And the Instagram account is going to be posting the live streams. So it's going to be a bunch of live streams that happen. And while the live streams are happening, you can do bids on stuff. There'll be giveaways. There'll be like you can bid on comics, and there's a lot of good ones. I've already started to see some people posting some of the stuff that's going to be on there for auctioning for the auction, and it looks pretty good. There's a Blue Beetle, like a Golden Age Blue Beetle that like I'm kind of looking at myself. So, but this comic right now, you can order right now. So I don't have the updated graphic, but just go to the Instagram post. I just put a link up there. You can go to that, and then that'll get you everything. Okay, I think, is that everything that we need to talk about? Yes. Sean and I are going to a comic show this Sunday, so look out for our videos on that. And we're going to be I'm going to hit up Adventure. I'm going to hit up Superboy as usual. I'm going to hit up some Fourth World, hopefully grab some Mr. Miracles. I might even grab some of those Brave and the Bold comics because I only have them through Comixology. I never bought the physical copies of those Brave and the Bold animated series comics. Okay, let's bring in Sean.
Hey, what's up?
Hello.
Been playing with this little guy all day.
Yeah, we'll have our little saw toy. You want to show everybody here? I'll make it full screen for you.
Yeah, here he is. And you can it's a string puppet.
Yeah.
So you can make him do different things.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's awesome, man.
Yeah.
As a topper, that's pretty good. Usually they're just a figure. And when you showed me, you got it, and then you're like, because I wasn't gonna get it, and you're like, oh, it's a toy. It's and I was like, what? And I don't think I said anything. I just
you immediately went to buy it. Yeah, the toppers are usually like, no, this is not a topper. This is an official. I won this.
But they're usually I have a Doctor Strange one.
I've got a couple of the toppers. I've got Doctor Strange. Yeah, he's like this or whatever, right? Yeah. So it's just a little PVC character.
Yeah.
But so what happened was Steve got the Saw cup with the top of the full thing.
Yeah.
And I've got so much Saw stuff. I'm like, I don't, you know. And then I'm like, and then he showed me the topper, and I was like, oh my god, it's that skeleton
It's
thingy.
a toy. Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I need to get that. And then I went back and bought just the topper. And then I was like, oh, Sean, you getting one of these? And then you went, no. This is how you do it, people. Everyone's pumped up for Saw X. Everyone in the theater was cheering after I started clapping and cheering. Everyone was cheering with us. Steve and his evil laugh was there. It was great.
Yeah.
He always makes people jump with his laugh because it's very loud and sharp.
It's super loud,
it was great. It's great seeing.
I don't know if it's the best one, but it is my favorite one. Because like I like all the character stuff in it. Like there's good stuff in this Saw movie. Like there's the torture stuff,
of course.
But the character, like the villain is like super bad. And and there's all sorts of great stuff. And what's his name? Tobin Bell?
Tobin Bell, man, on fire.
He's so good in this role. I love him in his, like, he's innocent. Like I love
I know.
It's so good. It's like he's like, she deserves to win. And no, she deserves to no, she won the game. She deserves to have treatment or whatever.
Yeah, he goes, she needs treatment. She won. Yeah. So we let her go, right?
Yeah.
And then I love where I'll say this. Clobby's waiting patiently in the background. He doesn't care about any of this, so we'll spare him this conversation. But like it's like okay, there's always a twist at the end, but like the guy sitting there's like, there's supposed to be two people on that thing. It's like, and then the thing closes like no. Like, how did that trigger with his dialogue to make it dramatic? It's like there's no way that it could be this dramatic. It's like
I thought he lifted the gun. The gun was triggered to then.
No, it was the money.
When the money. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they triggered it. Yeah, because he was using the gun and then he shoots the gun and it's all blanks. Like,
no, it's all super fake planning, but it's awesome. It's like that he knows ahead what's gonna happen, and
Jigsaw knows about every live stream that we're ever gonna. He knows everything. He knows everything that everyone's gonna do.
He made that one trap with that super awesome mask. It's like, what did you mold that mask overnight? Like, what is that?
And it's the mask of the monument,
the statue that the guy
pointed out. I'm like, yeah, so good. No, there's no way. Nobody does that. Nobody does.
Yeah.
Nobody could. Like,
it's a cool. If you like that sort of thing, it is one of the great ones. It's really good. I liked it a lot.
I love it. I gave it a 9 out of 10. It's secretly a 10 out of 10. But I'm always a bit more fussy in my space reviews. But if you just ask me, I'm like, you have to go watch it. It's like I want to say it's a 10 out of 10 just to make it 10 or something. That might
Yeah.
All right. Okay, let's bring in Clobby, who absolutely despises all of these movies. So we've kept him out of it. He does not approve of the last 2 minutes. I'll give him this. I'll give him this one. All right, let's bring him in.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Well, my defense, I do have a series of those types of films I love. It's by the same filmmaker, except they're called Heard.
Heard?
Yeah, he didn't. It's not what he saw; it's what he heard.
Oh,
so yeah. A lot of people don't know about that. It's not as well known, but
the Heard series. Yeah.
The next one's coming out, and it's about. There's no thing is there's no visuals because everybody's blind. They can't see anymore because this guy get it with his saw thing. He cut their eyes out. So it's about the people whose eyes he cut out. I don't know again. But they're pretty good stuff. Well, if you can see it, and you can't.
I had a trilogy that I came up with. The first one was called House of Fingers, and it was a scientist who was creating limbs for people.
But just fingers.
He started with finger because that's complicated. So he's like, let me see if I can make a finger. And then something happens and the chemicals go all weird, and all of a sudden all these fingers get created. So there's just the house is filled with these fingers, like going around and killing people and going into them and tearing them. So it's just literally a bunch of random. So remember how Ash fought his hand? It's like literally just fingers.
Well, hopefully they play the piano too, though. So.
They would do a lot of kooky stuff. So that was the first movie. The second one was called Mall of Eyes. So it was I was doing it based on Dawn of the Dead of the Romero. So then the Mall. So House of Fingers, mall of eyes, and the scientist went blind, and he figured that everyone else should be blind and suffer with him. So he lets out this chemical gas in this mall, so everyone's eyeballs fall out.
Nice. I want to see that. Well,
and then and the trailer. I'm just gonna say the trailer. We're gonna move on because this trailer was genius. So it's like a girl talking. So it's like from the back of it starts from the girl's perspective. So you see the girl, and she's like listening to the boyfriend talk, and then it's panning around the boyfriend's head, and then the boyfriend's like, "Look, I can't see you anymore. This isn't working out." She's like getting more like upset and like, crazy, and then it spins back around fully, and his eyes have fallen out. That's why she's scared, not from what he's saying.
Jesus Christ! Oh my goodness! And that, folks, is why J-Man has seen too many freaking horror movies.
I was like, this is going to be Sean laughed. That's the funniest trailer. I was like, oh, she's like getting more like distraught.
I'd watch it.
And it's because you think that he's breaking up with her, so she's all upset. His eyeballs are, and then it zooms into the openings, and it's like mall of eyes. So there you go.
I was about to ask if you watched The Human Centipede, but you probably did. So
no. Oh, you're going to be very happy with me. I skipped that one.
Thank you.
You know why? I don't like this. I don't like this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Bodily function stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like bodily. Yeah, that's gross.
Unless it's on your water cup, apparently.
Well, my mom got me this one. It was a limited edition.
Okay. That's fair enough.
So
I got you. No, I'm here. I was just testing. I mean, thank God. Small mercies there. How many toys do you have? He has 755 plus.
I think I have more than that.
20 times that.
J-Man has it's got to be over 1,000.
Oh,
1,000. I was joking. I was thinking like in the 10,000.
Yeah, it might be like thousands.
Oh yeah.
Well, I have every vintage Star Wars and Empire figure and almost every Jedi. So how many are there? That's like 100.
That's already in the thousands.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
No, that's got to be like 100 or something.
Probably not a toy line that exists that I have more of than you. And I have a lot of toys.
Well, Michael's got me beat. That's for sure on a lot of these.
I've got everybody beat.
Yeah, but I think I have a beat on movies.
Then there's Mark. Oh, you might, yeah.
Yeah, Mark with the C.
Mark, he has a good.
Yeah.
The only one I have everybody beat on is Legion's toys, but that's pathetic. But
that's okay.
One day you'll defeat me on that.
I should have got that Legion pack from Maddie Collector, man. And I was a subscriber to Maddie. I was getting the He-Man. I was getting every He-Man release.
That was tough to get, dude. I was lucky.
Well,
I stalked it for a year.
Yeah. No, I know. I saw them then. I thought, oh, Legion. I was like, I didn't really know the characters at all. Like, couldn't even name them. I'm like, if I can't name it, why am I buying it? I was just buying anything.
Exactly right. They should. Why buy? That's why. Oh well.
I should have bought it though. I should have. Sometimes I feel like I'm happy when I'm ahead of the game. Like I bought a bunch of stuff. What did I buy a bunch of stuff for? And then I thought, oh, Brave and the Bold when the toys came out.
Oh man, I wish I'd have bought those.
Yeah, so I got Batman, Black Manta, Aquaman, Plastic Man, like whatever. I started buying all those as they were coming out. And I didn't really watch the cartoon. And then I watched the cartoon. I was like, this is the best. I'm like, yes, I have the toys. I was so happy. I was like, thank God I have those toys. So I was happy with that.
Damn.
But did you guys see there's a new, I sent it to Sean, Clobby, I don't know if you saw, they're starting Dick Tracy comic in next year, a new Dick Tracy comic.
Oh boy.
It's not Marvel or DC though. It's like an independent, so it might be okay.
Yeah, it's not the same art. Yeah.
It's not the same art. No, but it looks like they took like kind of the classic art, but then like they
round it out and make it a bit more grounded, but it's still a lantern jaw. And I don't know what else they're gonna do. So yeah.
Like we have to see the other characters.
I've seen them do stuff like that before. Yeah. Not Chester, not quite Chester Gold, but you never know. It might be.
Yeah, right. Like I like that trilogy they made. Disney Comics made in the 90s.
They did one based on the movie.
Yeah. So like the third one was the movie, but the first two were leading up to the movie. I like that. That's the best movie tie-in comic.
Yeah.
To me, because usually they're just stupid. Like it's like the prequel to the movie, and it sucks. But this was really good. It's like Big Boy Caprice was like rising up, and Dick Tracy's rising up, and yeah.
This was Max Allan Collins wrote that one up.
Yeah.
Did you like Fire and Ice, Sean? Did you read that yet? That first comic?
I haven't read it yet. No.
Okay, it's good. That one's a prequel to the cartoon, but it's not Roy Thomas and thingy. So people were a bit upset over that because they.
Yeah. For some reason, I thought I read it. For some reason, I thought you were talking about the DC Comics Fire and Ice characters because.
Oh no! I thought. Listen, I thought that was a goofy, fun comic, but it's not. It's not real. It's not the real Fire and Ice.
Yeah, I didn't read that, but okay. I read the Fire and Ice yes.
Yeah, the real Fire and Ice comic.
Yeah.
Sorry, I will going forward. I will never refer to that team, that the two girls, ever again. So there you go.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah,
there you go.
Just so you know, are those what heard? Okay, that's funny. Yeah, we all like. Sean is a little bit upset that a lot of people got killed in it.
J-Man loves it. Yeah, no, I've grown used to it, but it's a weird movie. Everyone dies. They don't. Ridiculous. To me, as a kid, because I was too used to Batman, I was like, you could do a movie per
guy,
and then here's this one movie where they just blow their wad, and it's like, what the hell,
It's aged better now though, because they never made any more. So now it's the only one we have. So at least everyone is in it. You know what I mean? Like if they're never going to do another
Apocalypse,
it's
he went to all that trouble to make the villains look like the strip, then he doesn't make Dick Tracy look like the strip. And
right, that was
Warren Beatty didn't want to make him.
Not going to do that, right? Yeah.
Well, I know he's not, but it still aggravates me. Another actor might.
Yeah.
I'll say this one thing that aggravates me about Warren Beatty and Dick Tracy: he's held on to the rights for decades and decades.
They just did it again.
Screen rights, and that's why you don't get cartoons and movies and like a new fresh blood in Dick Tracy. And now there are generations that don't know what the hell it is. So thanks, Warren Beatty.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep. Jerk off.
All right, so we didn't say hi to FKHC 2005. How's it going?
Hey, what's up?
And could not be reached. And Simply Steve. What's going on?
Hey, Steve. What's up, buddy? Could not be reached. Hey.
Could not. I know they died in the comics, but they're in their own story, one by one.
Right.
They
were just there for him to show off. Say, look, they got this character. He looks like the comic strip. Kill him.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like they just waste them all. It's like Flat Top's story in Dick Tracy comics is awesome, but he just turns up and does stuff and dies right in the movie. But anyway,
Yep.
I thought he was my first Dick Tracy figure. I was like, I got to get Flat Top. I'm like, this guy's the best.
Yeah.
So,
and it's a Hammerhead figure basically.
It's Hammerhead. Yeah, it's basically Hammerhead. All right, Monsieur.
All right,
Monsieur Miracle. All right, let's take a look here. Hold on a second. Let me get my notes. I'm doing too many streams now. Do the credits, Clobby, while I'm finding my notes.
All righty then, Mr. Miracle.
Yep.
Number 4, volume only. October 1971. Cover artist Jack King Kirby, as was also the writer and the penciler and the creator and the editor. Inked by Bizvivica Kablo Kalubila. Whatever. Belusi Vibli Kalubala. Not going to say his name correctly anymore because this was around the time when the jerk-off was running around showing Kirby's original art to Roy Thomas and other people at Marvel, letting him rip a lot of his ideas off. The jerk.
Yeah.
And that was going on.
Yeah, so F that guy.
And he's about to be replaced by Mike Royer. Not soon enough.
Oh, wow.
Not yet, but we're getting there. So, there we go. Mr. Miracle. Big.
All right. So this is the first appearance of Big Barda, and she's bloody awesome. Let's face the facts. I made, as soon as this happened, I made a new ad that I've displayed on Twitter and Instagram. So I thought it was a very good ad. We've got Mega Rod. I'm trying to see, is there anything else? No. The rest is kind of, we'll go through
She
it.
just creeps up on old Oberon right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's got the Mega Rod, which, so this is like a teleportation device, basically. So there's the boom tube, which will bring you from Apocalypse
anywhere,
or New Genesis,
from here to there, anywhere,
to whatever.
Genesis.
And then within that, she's got this, looks like a flute or something.
Well, it makes boom tubes.
Oh, is that what was going on? I couldn't understand.
I'm pretty sure that's
it's like a portable boom tube type thing.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Or the equivalent of a boom tube. She said it's different, but
I was under the impression that the boom tube takes you intergalactic, and this takes you within the planet you're on. I could be wrong.
I got the impression she used that rod to get to Earth.
Okay.
So did I.
Yeah.
I thought that she used a regular boom tube. I didn't realize that she created her own with this.
One other thing this rod does, it also detects what you want, right? So like
yeah.
It points her to like wherever Scott Free is.
Yeah, right. You can kind of feel where you need to go.
Yeah.
And then that can teleport you there.
She doesn't really say much about it other than our rank decides that some use the boom tube. The warrior is equipped with the mega rod. I'm Barda, Great Dark Side's female task force. So there's really no explanation in this one.
Yeah, he explains the multi-cube way more than the
mega rod. Yeah.
So we'll have to learn as we go. I don't know ahead of I really don't know, so I'm just interpreting as anyone else.
Yeah.
We're not really sure. So she appears, and she doesn't like the table. I could find a better table on Apocalypse. No. So she just comes in, starts, and this is the picture I used right here for my ad, which is great.
Nice.
I absolutely love this issue. Oh, wait, guys, there's a poll. Yes, please vote on the poll. We got 5 votes so far. Mr. Miracle's got 80%, so that one's in the lead. Okay, so Big Barda shows up. She's looking for Scott. I like her like hanging out, like sitting all relaxed. I mean, that's awesome. And he's like, "This is literally my fridge. I also have a mini fridge, so that's my fridge." and she's like, "Fool, we serve only dark side, and dark side serves conflict." That's a great line. And it literally, she's just here to find him.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you mention, Oberon mentions, well, he's been fighting, or he's taking part in a challenge put forth to him by Dr. Bedlam. She's like, "Oh my God, he'll kill Scott." And then she immediately says, so Megarod will compute where they are. Megarod will take me there. So it's like
our own little magic.
Yeah.
Our own little weapon.
Now, if we remember last time, Dr. Bedlam introduced this sort of gas that made everyone paranoid and turned them into just crazy.
Yes. This is a cliffhanger. Now, I want my note if I might.
Mm-hmm.
I love, well, I don't have to tell you how much I love Jack, but I will say this opening page here, drawn, he wasn't mad at Coletta yet at this point, I guess, because it says drawn and edited by Jack Kirby and applied with brush, applied with brush by Vinny Coletta. And he said some other like hyperbolic things like,
right.
Well, hold on to your hackles, cats. Continue on. You'll see the uncommon deadly. And there was one, hey, you're away from Stan now, Jack. Stan has rubbed off on you too much. There are a couple other examples of going, don't stand me, Jack. But just nitpick there. I got to point it out because you got to be fair. I got to be, critical sometimes.
I didn't even think of that because I'm so used to that from Stan Lee.
Yeah.
That when I see it with Jack Kirby, it just feels like that's the natural thing that you'd see. I didn't realize Stan isn't doing that.
It would be way worse though.
Yeah.
But he did rub off on him a little bit, it seems. And even though they weren't very, very friendly anymore.
Yeah. Did everyone go a couple weeks ago to grab this Art Germ cover for Birds of Prey numero un?
Like $10, I bet you.
$4.99.
Oh wow.
Yeah, $4.99.
Like US.
I
picked up a few facsimile comics, but not those.
Yeah. Well, I like getting if it's a cover of someone I like, I'll grab just the cover just to have it.
Yeah.
I did get my buddy Steve, not my buddy Steve, my other friend who will remain nameless gave this to Steve to give to me, so I did get this joke. What is this thing? Joker.
I barely know her. No.
What is that?
This is everyone know it's a famous one. I never read it. I don't know. I just took it, and Sean got a few as well. So
yeah,
it's a free comic. I'll throw it. It can't be as bad as Wanted. So that was the only comic I ever threw out.
Oh wow, Jake. I know Jack and Stan didn't have a love hate. There was pretty much a professional, but not like and hate, but professional relationship there. FKH.
Right. Okay, so he was thrown off the edge, and he's in this compartment, so he's got to get out. So meanwhile, so here he is falling in his little thing. They're shooting. He's falling, and then boom! Here comes Big Barda, and she comes in to catch this thing, which is wicked. She catches it and just tears it apart, and he's not in there. And she looks up. It's like, oh, hey, I'm right here. And it's like, Scott, what the hell? It's like, yep. And then now these guys grab him. So he got out of that trunk, and then these guys grab him, and they're like, we got to put a stake through his heart because he's like some sort of vampire or something. Like, these guys are just nuts.
But he tells her, like, stay where you are, don't help me.
Yeah, you
I
can't help
a pact with Dr. Bedlam to, like,
yes,
to do this mission. So,
Yeah, and jump in if I missed something, because I read these, like, I got excited a bit and I started reading them ahead of time, and I shouldn't do that. I need to read them the day of, because I'll start to forget. I'll forget the nuances.
No, I got you. I hear what you mean.
But then I got so pumped, I was like, oh man, because there was no Mr. Miracle last week. I was like, I'll read the next Mr. Miracle. Yes. So yeah, he can't. The whole point is that he has to do it himself, and they mentioned that a few times in this comic. So she's not allowed to participate.
They think he's a vampire for some. I don't know why. I don't understand why they think he's a vampire, but they do.
He has a cape and everything. I don't know, and a high collar.
He does have the vampire. He does have the Dracula cape thingy, the collar. Yeah. Okay, so they try to use the stake in his heart, but he escapes that because he's fast, and then he runs off, and they're chasing him, and they try to hose him down, and he just tackles these guys, and then the hose blows back and just destroys these guys, which is great. And by the way, this would be like, these hoses are not jokes. Like, the power that they like project, like, this would happen. Like, you would get annihilated.
Yeah.
Right. Remember in UHF when the kid drank from the fire hose?
You get to drink from the fire hose.
Yeah.
You're a very lucky boy, because you know why? You get to drink from the
I love it. Love the movie.
And the kid is like whipped.
Yeah, and they get this dummy. It's like, whoa.
Yeah.
What? That was the real kid, Sean. Don't.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? All right, this is cool.
I hate to do it, but I want to point out a little something else about modern comics as opposed to this, what we're looking at right here. Right. I read a modern comic last week. I read a brand new comic. I know. J. Michael Straczynski, the creator of Babylon 5, started Captain America. I don't know if you knew that last week.
I did. I didn't get it, though, but you said it was all right.
I just read it on the... It was like, But it took me, like, after I reread it, what's wrong with modern comics? And it goes... I love Babylon 5. His comics, not so much. He's written a lot of comics, as you probably know.
Yeah,
But this isn't just him. I'm reading this comic, and all the action is implied off screen, and all the sitting around talking about stuff is most of the comic. Yes, he's worked. We're not sure if it's going to go like crazy, quote unquote, woke or whatever yet. That's to be determined. Right. And the art's okay if you kind of like. I mean, look at this. This is so organic. I mean, we look at this stuff in this new comics like it came out of a computer. And that guy's an okay artist, I guess, but he's drawing on computers. It's too antiseptic, too clean. But anyway, there's a scene, for example, because he's back in it's just a day in the life of Steve Rogers, right? He buy this tenement building that his mother used to live in. He lives in it, and some corporation's about to buy it out and put everybody out on the street. So he calls Tony Stark and says, I want to borrow some money off my Avengers pay. So and I'll get right back to this, I promise. But my point is, he says, oh, well, sure. So that's fine, right? But do we need a whole comic about that kind of stuff? So this is like a day in his life. So all the cool stuff is compressed to a page or two. For example, he's out working in the yard, and along comes Sue Richards, who looks like she's right out of an old FF comic. She's drawn to look that way. Real out costume, not too modern looking. Hey, we're fighting the Psycho Man over in the negative zone. We need some help, Catwoman. Sure. So I'm like, okay. Next page, big one pager, trying to be Kirby-esque. Granted, okay looking. It's got Psycho Man. They're in the negative zone. It's got Ben and It's got the FF looking like they're supposed to. And what happens? One page. The next page is just him getting home, laying down exhausted after having the adventure. Rest of the issues is back to some of his modern day noise crap. And then later, when some kind of action happens, it's a page. The rest back asswards. Because look at this. This is about action-packed fun.
This entire comic is fighting.
This is not about Mr. Miracle trying to make the rent.
No,
I hate stuff like that. Oh my God, TW Taylor, what is going on, buddy? Taylor does the cranky. He does the cranky comic reviews. Oh my God, Clobby, you'd be best. You guys could be best friends. You could be.
Hey, buddy. And I'll go back to. I just wanted to point that out because it's been on my mind about this. And these 3 comics all exemplified what comic books were supposed to be.
right.
And this new shit's like, you know what? I love Cap and all, but I really don't want to watch him talking about Fifi's. And at the end of the issue, basically it's a whole bunch of flashbacks to when he was Steve Rogers as a kid, and he ends up at a Yahtzee rally. It was like before the war. I'm like, oh God, why? Anyway,
I know.
Yeah. So
it's just not exciting.
Kirby wanted to tell you a story to give you thrills, imagination. He wanted to take you somewhere you've never been before. These comics were aimed at young people, of course. That's what kids wanted to see. Nobody gives 2 shits if it were about Mr. Miracle worrying about paying his rent.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, they've lost touch of what comics are. It's supposed to be a visual medium, and like in those visuals, something is supposed to draw your eye and like drive it to different angles and stuff like that. And that's not. It's just people talking or like mundane stuff, and there's nothing clever or postmodern about it anymore. They've been doing it for over 20 years, and it's go back to if someone did a comic where someone gets immediately attacked and they fight and then leads to something else in another location, etc., that would be revolutionary now.
Yes.
Just the way comics used to be, right?
And I feel like there's a lot of comics like that. And I just put up Taylor's
I have subscribed. New subscriber, Taylor.
He does do he's on Chris's channel with me when we do New Comic Book Day, and he buys new comics as well as I do, so that we have sinned. My name is J-Man. I have sinned. It has been 1 week since my last current comic book purchase.
That's okay. Mark D does it too, and once a week I make him. He has to order down because the comic shop here closed down. And
shit!
Once a week I make him show me the new crap he got in the mail from that online comic shop he orders, and I make fun of him when he shows it.
Yeah, but dude, I also got Conan, and this comic is fire right now.
I got the first issue, so I don't read it yet. The art is awesome. There's still good comics there. On Common Sense, what's going on, dude? Hey. Anyway, I'm sorry I derailed you there, but I thought it was important to just show another reason why we're reviewing great stuff like this as opposed to new modern dribble.
Yeah, and so this executioner came out of nowhere. I was like, oh, what the hell's going on here?
Yeah.
And then boom, you're like, oh, they're filming a movie with all these executioner guys. So Kirby managed to have cool looking, because this building was just a normal building, and the whole point is that he had to get from the 50th floor out the front door, and all the windows and doors are blocked. So how could you have cool looking civilians, but he can't hurt the civilian? So they're all trying to kill him, but he can't hurt any of them because he doesn't want to hurt anybody. So how do you have cool looking guys? Well, they're like, oh, they're shooting this weird movie, so they got these executioner guys show up. Like, yeah, it's so good.
It's Gremlins 2, basically.
Yeah, and he tied it back exactly. He tied it back to Morgan Edge, and he used it as an opportunity to make fun of crappy Hollywood hacks.
He does, yeah, that's great. Just listening thanks, man. That's the classic art characters, yes. Oh yeah. Yeah, Jack Kirby is one of the greatest creators. I have to say creator because if you say artist, then people start saying, well, I like, Frazetta or something. You got to go I was going to say, you got to go with, if you say creator, then it's like imagination, character design, artistry, dedication to the work, like putting out the most amount at quality. Like you're getting pages today from creators, and it's like this comic doesn't look very good, and they're creating 1 page a day, if not 1 page every couple days, or 2 pages every 3 days. And you're like, really, this is what you've put together? Where Jack Kirby is working on 4 or more comic books simultaneously, and he's doing 4 to 10 pages a day. Like, it's like something insane. Like, it's like something stupid like that. He's doing like 6 pages a day or something insane.
Yeah, it's incredible. And so again, he fills his. Look at those antiseptic, clean ass panels for these idiots today draw with computers. He fills them up. Now it's true. Idiot Vince Coletta used to erase a lot of his crap. Piss him off. We're getting not too far off to the point where some of the guys working for Kirby said, "Look, he keeps erasing all of your backgrounds. You need to cut it out and get rid of it." And they did. But it's still a busy page. These pages are still busy, full of action. Still pop off the page.
Yeah. Like, look, he's like reaching out. Like, I think they've lost. I think this is not to knock people either, but I think sometimes the perspective has been lost on a lot of these things. There's a very good cinematic quality. And when I say cinematic quality, I don't mean modern cinematic quality either. I meant old school cinematic quality. But like, if you look at, I'm going to throw Citizen Kane out there with Jack Kirby, but if you look at Citizen Kane, and that movie has so many new ways of filming scenes and transitions and angles. It's almost like it's like a Buster Keaton technical achievement. Like, Buster Keaton was a big technical achievement guy. And then you've got Orson Welles, who's a technical. I mean, yeah, I like the movie anyways, but like, it's like technical achievements where like, okay, there's like the guy's in the shadow and he's interviewing, so we don't see the interview. So it's like us. You've got panning, you've got cutting forward and then cutting away from the thing that you were just moving forward to. It's like shooting from the ground, like weird angles, ceiling angles or floor angles. So look at like even just this regular stuff. Like, you've got this guy's getting thrown into the audience. This guy's getting pushed away from the audience, and then they all jump, and he's grabbing towards the audience, trying, like, it's like, no, like, don't put me in, like it's like there's just more dynamic things happening, and that's why it feels like you're watching a movie, and you're like, holy shit. And that's why I kept saying they could just take Mr. Miracle and just make a TV show and just use the comic. Like, you don't even need to like storyboard that, just use that, sit there with the pages.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So they throw him into the Iron Maiden. And by the way, I know there's some people thinking, hey, how did he escape from nothing? Well, we're going to find out, aren't we?
Yeah.
While I was reading this, I thought, hey, they're not showing how he escapes. And I actually thought, you know what, if they don't show how he escapes, that's okay. We get it. He can do it, but they do show you. So he's got to wait.
Yep. It's tricky how he tells you.
He does tell, yeah. It's like boom, and they literally clong, like boom. You can actually feel it closing. It's like boom.
Yeah.
And Big Barda, man, just rips this pillar. Like, how badass is she?
And flips into these guys.
It's unfortunate that nobody likes female heroes anymore, though. Even though that's a lie.
Yeah, they never had a female hero until like
they never had any. Yeah.
Jennifer Lawrence was the first female hero.
She was the very first one.
This is based on Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah, Jamie Summers and all that. There's no such thing.
No such thing.
Jamie Summers? She's only $6 million. They should have made her cost. Did they get her at a, oh my God, they got her at a discount.
Yeah.
They got she was only $5 million.
Yeah.
They're like, because they had to give the man more money.
Yeah. Only Monty Markham was $7 million.
Oh my God, they should have done that. The $5 million woman. Well, she's not as good, Oh, I do miss the comic for sound effects. Yes.
Oh yeah, they don't do that anymore. I mean,
okay, so these guys are toast.
Yeah. It's kind of killed them.
Yeah, Big Barda is the very next action figure I'm buying. I'm kicking myself for not buying that 3-pack. And I'm not sure if I had the 3-pack and then got rid of it for some reason. If I did, I'm an idiot. She is just like, she's one of my favorite designed characters. I like the primary colors, and I like the way that it's a little bit of like, she has a cool helmet. She has like a cool helmet, like a Thor, a cool cape. She's got like the scales of the Captain America kind of scaling armor. I don't know. She kind of has like all the cool parts of all the other guys. It's like in one character. Jumps over, punches this guy in the face. And then look at this
That-
mayhem. Okay, so this thing like shot some kind of force blast or something, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Sheen. I was looking, man. I was gonna grab that series. That series is available to buy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she was awesome. Oh
She was
man,
hot.
she was super
The
awesome.
90s
Yeah,
one
yeah.
or something, or
No, that's from the
No,
50s.
she's the old.
oh, the
It's
old
like
one, the 50s
The
one.
old
yeah.
one,
Yeah.
yeah. She was
Yeah.
a tall woman.
She was around the same time Betty Page was around.
Yeah, she's
In fact,
awesome.
she worked for Irving Klaw, like for the persons in comics. Also,
Well,
like Kirby,
I-
different apparel.
everybody you mentioned, I really like. Even John Byrne, the dreaded, the. Well, no, we like John Byrne. I mean,
I love them all.
I mean, I know the thing.
I love Byrne when he's at his best, when it's hard anyway. Yeah,
I
the
look,
guy's a jerk.
right. We're not rating his personality.
No.
I like John Byrne a lot. That's when I was heavy into comics. But I have to tell you, as a little kid, Aparo, for some reason, the comics that I was getting was him, like a lot of his things. And I've been recently revisiting those Aquamans, which are the goddamn best, by the way. If you didn't know.
His Spectre, but oh man.
Yeah, and he did some adventure comics, and I've got some of those.
Those are great.
And Brave and the Bold, and Clobby and I have been reviewing those every second Monday of every month. The Bob Haney and Aparo has done all of them. That
I make sure I pick the Haney ones because he did. I mean the Aparo ones as well. We have something to look at least.
Yeah, and I mean I don't know. Well, look, Jack Kirby's the best. I just say that, and then that's that. But like, I think for me, Aparo is there. I think I like John Byrne, man. I don't know.
I love a lot of Byrne's work.
Yeah, like it's my era too, and I'm not going to mention the dreaded Image people that I like all of them as well.
Do it.
I like my Todds and my Jims and my Robs, and my Marks. That's okay. I also
Somebody's
like
got
Jack Kirby. I'm a fan of it all. If it's well, up until 1999 or something or whatever. Okay. And I like Alex Ross, of course, as a painter.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this is so cool. So she's on fire here. Okay, and here's you know what? I just thought of it. Oh my god, I just thought of, sorry guys, another segue. She is a strong woman who beats the crap out of everybody, but doesn't rescue Mr. Miracle. He always rescues himself. This is such a very important thing. You don't undermine the hero of the comic, but she also comes across as being awesome. This is very easy to do, but no one can do it. I don't know why this isn't just a generic thing. It's like, like she's all like, we're reading this comic and we're like, oh yeah, Big Bart is the goddamn best. She's the best. But then Mr. Miracle is escaping on his own. He doesn't need her help. He is escaping.
Yeah.
Scott, what the hell? How did you get out of there? Well, I am Mr. Miracle. She's like, whoa, you're so cool. No. Wow, Mr. Miracle, can we be boyfriend and girlfriend and smooch after this comic?
Yes,
it's like, no.
Nice. Sylvester's a nice guy. Could not be. I'm in.
Cool. Yep. I think Eric is the only one who's a bit of a not.
No, I can't stand Eric, but I actually had to pick up Sylvester to drive him to the airport from a con one time.
Oh wow.
We had a nice conversation. Nice guy.
He's cool.
Is it
Sylvester
that Rob Liefeld said was the best artist out of all of them? It's Sylvester, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said Milk Sylvester was the best artist of the Image guys.
Yeah.
His best artist of all time is Neil Adams. His best creator I'm using Rob Liefeld's creator term for Jack Kirby. He said pencil to paper, Neil Adams is the best artist in his opinion, but Jack Kirby's the best overall creator / artist and all of that. So that's the way he phrased it.
When you tally up Adams, though, he almost did nothing really that great after early 1980s. So
yeah, Jack Kirby's like for me. I like Neil Adams. We're not going to say anything bad.
I love Neil Adams.
Yeah, I mean he championed Siegel and Schuster.
Mm-hmm.
Like
yes,
to get them rights to Superman.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, Club, you got those recordings, man. I sent you those links, right? Those recordings of it's really sad when they go and talk to was it Siegel or who did they talk to? Siegel, right? That was sad. And then,
yeah.
And this is like around that time they're talking to him, and he's like, "Yeah, this sucks."
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah, horrible.
Yeah, the
crazy.
movie's coming out, and they're like,
Movie's coming out.
This and yeah.
All right. So, okay. Oh, look at this crazy shit. So it was all going normal. It was all normal for a little bit, and then you're like, "Oh shit! Look at this bastard." So this is Bedlam, who's like, I don't know what the hell he's done to himself here. I was trying to make notes. I'm like, this is just too weird. He's like some sort of like, I couldn't tell. I just wrote bodiless green like horror monster.
Dots now. He's
just like a Kirby. He's just like a Kirby guy.
I am now Kirby energy, so incarnate.
And Mr. Miracle's like, God damn, what the heck am I going to do with this? And then we got this crazy ass page with all these weird guys. And then this is awesome. They just appear. Hey, Oberon, it's all good. Now we're good. And you're like, wait, what happened here? Kirby, I think you missed like several panels in between here. Right. But again, this is a very cinematic. Yeah. But it's cinematic, right? Where it cuts and then they'll show you to end it off. They'll show you what happened. Right.
Yeah.
I went back and checked to make sure they just didn't forget to scan them.
No, I know, but for me, I'm like, well, it looks like this is one page, so I don't know what they would have done. Like, I was looking to see
but I did anyway. I went back to check.
Yeah, like, see, this is 16, and this says 17. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess that's
it. What I did though, I went and checked it. I was like,
yeah. So it's like, but you defeated Dr. Bedlam. It's like, hell yeah, I defeated Dr. Bedlam. I'm Mr. Miracle. It's like, okay. And now the thing is that Big Barda and Oberon have not had a great relationship. She's like, oh, he's a little runter or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, she's irritating. He's going to change his mind in a minute, which everyone changes their mind in a minute. But it's like, oh, he needs discipline.
Yeah.
It's like, so he's making the big food and all that. I like when people, I'm starting to notice this now. This Kirby's did this in Jimmy Olsen. I like when people are having a feast. It's like, oh, we're having a nice little feast here.
Yeah. He's got the apron and everything.
Yeah, I like this. And it's like, okay, enough. I need to know what the hell's going on here. It's like, all right, I'll tell you the whole thing. And then they go through and show how he escaped. Well, it's funny the way he words it. He's like, well, it could have been this way, or he's doing that trick. I can't reveal my secrets. But if one was inclined to think about it, or it'd be like this. So he says it in all these different ways. So he's got all these different little gadgets that he uses. This little thing that cuts the wires and cuts through. He jumps through. So some of it is skill. It's skill combined with, I guess, some tech like from New Genesis or Apocalypse or whatever.
Multi-cube or whatever.
Multi-cube thingy, yeah. I gotta get me one of these. It's better than the fidget cube, that's for sure. The fidget cube only has like little switches and knobs. Like this looks like it has way cooler stuff. And then how did he get through the Iron Maiden? It's like, well, he blasted through the back and came out the back, and then he snuck away. And then here's this thing, which I didn't really get what was going on here. It revealed that they were just illusions or something, so they couldn't really hurt them, and he just walked through, right? Like,
yeah.
Yes, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Or just illusions.
And then here comes Big Barda in the bikini. Whoa.
Yeah, he's like, she's a child and everything, and then she comes in a bikini. And it's like, okay, well, she's a full-grown woman or whatever.
Joe Dog, what's going on?
Whoever made that gal wear a uniform should be force whip.
Oh
yes, I love that.
I am a Get Smart fan. I own everything, even the movies and the remake and the Get Smart Again and Nude Bomb was a movie, and then they did the I love Nude Bomb. I thought that was a great movie.
Joe Dog. Nude Bomb was weird. At the time, it was weird. Like, what is this?
I know, but there's no 99.
The TV show. No 99. Yeah.
There's no
they just swore a bit more. That's all.
Yeah, missed it by that much.
But at the end, okay, my favorite one is where he looks through. It's the spy. I think it's the spy school episode. He looks through a keyhole. So it's like a street. It's like a bunch of houses. So the guy goes into this house. So he falls and he looks in the keyhole of the house, and there's a city street. like in the keyhole. He's like, what the heck? So he breaks through and he's trapped in the house, and it was a picture of a city street put in front of the keyhole. So if anyone looks through the keyhole, they'll see a city street. And he's like, the old painting in front of a keyhole trick. That's the second time this month I've fallen for it.
I love that show.
And the other one, when they're going to the spy school, and she's like, "Can I see your identification?" And then he puts up his card, and sorry. He puts up his card. She's looking at the card. Then she looks at his face, and then at his card, she's like, "That doesn't look like you at all." He's like, "It's my thumbprint." And then you see it's a card with a thumbprint on it. But she's like look at like that doesn't look like you. It's like she's.
Oh dear, Joe Dog here.
Oh shit!
Hey,
Joe Dog. Oh man, no, Agent 86, Maxwell's.
That was the problem that the new bomb didn't have Barbara Feldon in it.
I know it didn't have 99, and I didn't see that when it came out. I watched it in order. Like I watched the show as a kid, and then I watched.
For anything, it was Don Adams. It was weird that was in the theaters. It was cool though. But I had seen that.
Yeah, Larrabee was in it though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's Larrabee and thing, but different chief, obviously. I think I'm not sure if he had passed away by that point. And no Siegfried. There's no Siegfried. It's a different. The Chaos Ruler's that guy with the nylon on his head or whatever.
Yeah.
They wanted to be more like a Bond, like just a plain old Bond spoof.
Right.
Yeah. But anyway, cool stuff.
Okay, that is Mr. Miracle. Oh, there's Luffy. Right. Yay! I did get a new Luffy statue. I don't know if you guys. I got a new Luffy statue.
Really? All right. Cool. Where it be?
Pretty cool.
Statue already? You? So is it your first? Is your first One Piece merch now or what?
Sorry.
Nice.
I accidentally removed the comic when I do that. That was weird. No. My wife has a lot of One Piece stuff.
Okay.
I'm only on chapter 40 or something. She's on chapter 1092 or whatever it is. Like she's caught up to it.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Thanks, Steve. Yeah. My wife has all the One Piece. I'm getting a few things here and there of the characters I like. I think I like Luffy and I like Sanji. Sanji's the other guy I like.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the curl on it in the show. That's the only thing I wish he'd have the curl.
I like Luffy and Zoro are my favorites, but and of course I love Nami for reasons.
She's Zoro is awesome. Zoro was my favorite when I first read it when it first came out. I'd read like the first 20 or so, and then I got my wife onto it. No, I didn't get my wife onto it. She got onto it when it was on chapter 700 or something. And she's like, should I start One Piece? I said, I really liked the first 20. I read about 20, and then I went back and read up to 30 something. Now I'm up to 40. I went back and I've caught up to where I was from before. And I was like, I don't know. And then she just read all 700 and then just continued on, and she loved it. So I'm she only reads manga. So that's all she reads all day. I have so many other things, and I watch movies. Yeah. She doesn't watch movies, she only reads manga. That's it. That's her main thing. So she can catch up Naruto and all of those. She knows all those. She was not into manga. I got her into manga, and then she just went hardcore, and she reads everything now. So,
yeah.
Okay. Next up is Jimmy Olsen.
Yeah. Okay. We have all right, Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen, number 1, for Vol 0, Vol only, issue number 141. Cover by Jack Kirby. I do think there was some Neil Adams layouts to do, but although it doesn't say so, I got a weird impression on that.
Okay.
What?
Oh no, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. Written, of course, by Jack King Kirby. Pencils by Jack King Kirby. Inks by The Eraser. And edited by Kirby, of course. So, there you go.
Do you guys want to look at it? I've got 2 options now. I've got the original scans. Or do you want to do that?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah, okay. Versus the remastered.
Oh, I got the originals. I always look at the ones on the originals. You got the remaster one? Well,
yeah, let's do the originals. That's the way it was.
The cover's chipped off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way it was sent to the world, right? So
Okay.
Yeah.
Then that's it.
it's got the ads too, man.
Which was great. A rocket ship came down from Mars. They say it was no fable. Okay, so Jimmy Olsen. So what did I write down for this? Yeah, we got Donnie Rickles, we got Goody Rickles, we got Light Ray. Who else comes in here? Anybody else that's interesting? Parademons are in here. So a lot of cool stuff in this one.
Yeah, yep. Parademons.
All right, so here's one of these. So this was Clark. So if you guys remember last time, Clark was trapped in this thingy here, this little, I don't know, escape pod or something. And it got teleported into space and it's being sucked to Apocalypse. So that's where they're headed. The original plan was Morgan Edge was trying to get all those guys in there. Jimmy and Goody and maybe Guardian also. I'd just get rid of all these guys.
Yeah.
But only Clark got in there. And now in the remastered version, this is a bit clearer, but like it's one of those Kirby kind of collage things where it's just like different weird objects in black and white and space and all kind of collage together to form this. So you can't tell as much from the scans, but it looks pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So Superman looks out. He's like, "What the hell's going on here?" You know. And then I was really pumped for when I saw Light Ray for some reason.
Yeah, he's bringing them all together, right? So,
I got really excited here. I was like, "Oh shit, Light Ray!" I would vote. My vote is Mr. Miracle for the best issue. But Forever People's pretty awesome. This one, I was like, 80% of it is awesome, but those goofy parts is like, "Oh, Jack, help me out, buddy! Like, what's going on here?"
Actually, my biggest thing is, you know what? I wanted Superman. I wanted him to pop up. I wanted to be Superman in that issue, but I know he couldn't.
Yeah, he maintains his Clark Kent disguise in a far out space here.
Yep.
Right.
That's good. He thinks ahead. Here comes the ray of light. But we got Guardian, and he's pretty good.
That was pretty cool, the Guardian stuff.
And look, he's back with his symbol this time. Vince,
symbol,
you didn't do it.
It's a different symbol, though.
It is a different symbol.
Yeah.
Guardian is so they were fed the devil fruit. No, they were fed this thing that's gonna kill them in 24 hours. Exactly 24 hours. No, I don't know. They're gonna die in a day or whatever. They're gonna get burnt up. So they've got to find the antidote. Jimmy's looking for the diamond. He's looking for the antidote. I'm just joking. Temple of Doom. We gotta stop that. The antidote's on that train. Whoosh, go right into action. Comes running in. Hey, Cap, Comic Cap Collectibles. What's going on?
Hey.
So our good buddy Guardian runs, leaps, jumps. Like this is like Captain America.
Yeah.
All over the place.
Yeah.
Jump, leaps.
Very cap.
Totally Captain America leaping and all that. And then these parts are like Morgan Edge is just like a douchebag, and I know he's supposed to be a douchebag.
Yeah.
Right.
I actually think in reading these, they actually cast in that Man and Lois show, which some people call Superman and Lois, but it's really called Man and Lois.
Right.
In Man and Lois, that guy who plays Morgan Edge is pretty good. He's pretty dicky. Like his face is pretty. Like you just want to punch him in the face.
Yeah.
He was pretty good, but then they made him his brother or something. I'm like,
God, I hate that.
Why did you do that?
I hate what they did to his mother. By doing what they did with him, what they did to Lara was disgusting, and Jor-El for that matter.
Yeah. They messed all that up, and it's like, but because the guy who they got as Morgan Edge was perfect. I was like, oh, this guy's a good casting choice, and then they ruined it.
Now Superman's mother was married to somebody else before Jor-El. Go screw.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't want. I haven't watched a lot though. I'm like 2 seasons behind on Man and Lois. So
I'm as behind. I saw like the first maybe 10 or whatever. And I'm way behind forever because I'm never going back.
I'll finish it. I got through Supergirl. The only one that no one can finish is Batwoman. Batwoman's impossible. Nobody can get through Batwoman. Even if I can't get through it, nobody can. Nobody can get through it. I know Sean was talking
big money on it. Unless you're making big money on channel.
No, I don't think so.
Well,
Sean was talking a big game like he's going to go through. He's not doing it. He's not
Don't do it, Sean.
He can't do it,
man.
I wanted to laugh at it, but
you can't. We tried. My wife and I were like, okay, let's just laugh at how bad. And then she started reading manga. I'm like, no, you're not doing the thing. We're supposed to watch it. I was like, you know what? Forget it. I'm not doing it. Then she thought she was going to beat me. She's like, oh, I'm going to watch it without you. We'll see what happens. And then we were doing a stream and she was watching it. I came after the stream and I was like, what's going on? Are you watching back? She's like, no, I stopped watching. I was like, you didn't do it. I said, I was like, these people talking a big game. Oh, I'm going to get through it. You're not getting through shit. You're not getting through that show. It's too painful.
I mean, it's not worth it.
Yeah, even if you do, it's like you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, right? Like, what I win? Nothing.
Nothing. And you got all these people. They were. I don't know if they were for a while watching it on these YouTube channels and reviewing. That was more fun than watching the show. They were telling you what's like. Az was hilarious when he was doing. He was telling you what's happening on the show anyway.
Yeah, Batwoman or whatever.
and he was being well compensated for his pain.
Sure. Oh, if I'm getting nerdrotic numbers, then I'll watch it. But
yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. If I'm one of those guys, it's a fair exchange. At least you get to bitch about it and make money.
Yeah. No, I watched ETAP. ETAP was doing it on his channel. I was watching his
now no one covers it, or do they just not make it anymore?
I don't think they make it anymore.
No, they make it anymore.
It was pretty awful. Anyways. So Don Rickles, this is the real Don Rickles. Please stand up or whatever.
Relax,
so Don
you
Rickles
cockamammies.
There's a joke in here, I swear is a sex joke.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sit on the Chicago Bears? No.
Yeah, sit on the Chicago Bears.
Yeah.
What?
Go off on okay, Hernia, get off of me and run. You runaway locomotive and go out and sit on the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, what the heck?
Yeah,
all right.
I like we called them. I like when Ramsey called them cockamammies.
But like all this is like nonsense. Like it has nothing to do.
How about this stuff? That's pretty rough for. You're liberated. The Yahtzees are gone. That's right. I just saw General Patton grab von Rundstein. Wow, dude. Wow, Jack. Now, I don't know. Not too long after this came out, he went on the Tonight Show and Johnny Carson told him about the comic. He didn't really know much about it. John Rickles.
Yeah.
He just, one of my people, they were, a couple of the guys who worked for Kirby claimed that they asked Kirby to put him in a comic, but then that's Steve Sherman and Mark Evanier. I don't know if it's true or not. Yeah. Or if Jack just put him in there. Thing is, though, they're blatantly calling him Don Rickles.
Yeah.
I don't. They might be right, but Rickles didn't know anything about it. Maybe they said let's play one on let's just goof on Don by having putting him in a comic book, and if it makes sense because Don Rickles would take the joke and not get mad because he's jokes on everybody else.
Yeah. Right.
I got the impression he was kind of cool with stuff like this.
Oh yeah. He just didn't know. I remember seeing it. I don't know if it's on YouTube anymore, but wherever I saw it, whether it was back when it first came out, wherever else, he kind of laughed. I don't know what the hell it is. I think it's been a long time.
Yeah, he probably like
you don't know what it
doesn't matter. Yeah. So Light Ray phases through here and lands, and so this is pretty cool. First kind of interaction here with Superman and Light Ray. Yeah, which is really neat. And it's like, lucky for you, I'm here. It's like, oh, well, he didn't know who he was. And it's like, you're heading for Apocalypse. That place is ass.
And this is Superman first looking at Apocalypse. He's never seen it before.
That's awesome.
He's going, wow, that's a pretty gaudy outfit you got there, Clark.
And here come the parademons.
Another one.
But there's more than two. Wah, wah, wah.
Parademons.
There's a line from Full House, the TV show Full House, and I used to watch it, of course, because I like cheesy stuff. And Stephanie, who was the middle girl, who I thought was hilarious, and DJ was like, "You have the brain of a paramecium," and Stephanie replies, "Yeah, well, you have the brain of a single mecium."
Single mecium.
Or she says one mecium. Yeah, you have the mind of one mecium. That's what she said.
One piece. I like it.
I thought, you're good. I like that. I'm gonna file that away in my repertoire. Full House reference. There you go.
Nice.
Superman and Lois one. Yeah. Oh no. The problem is, see, you don't know this, but I buy all Superman related stuff, even if it sucks. So I'm gonna buy it anyways. I'll watch
Smallville?
it. I bought Smallville.
Like the entire thing?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What does that have to do with Superman?
Nothing.
Exactly.
Nothing. Two things. Jack and shit.
you know how there's so many fans of that show that we're really outnumbered on that one. I can't stand it.
Yeah, I don't fight people on that one.
I don't either.
It's nostalgic to like a generation, right?
It is. People do love it. And Bo Duke's in it, and Lana Lang from Superman 3 is in it.
Yeah.
And a lot of other people kind of appeared. And so I just respond by saying, yeah, I own Smallville. And then they just assume I like it, and they don't know that I have this problem where I just buy everything.
Remember the interview on one of those featurettes where
yes.
The producers were interviewing her to get the job. Yeah, and she mentioned that she was in Superman 3 and they didn't even know that. And it's like, God damn, what's wrong with you? You've never seen any of the Superman movies? Like,
right.
Anyway.
But the thing about that though, Sean, is that Superman 3 is the only one that's in Smallville that has Lana. So you think they would probably at least watch that one.
Yeah.
If you're doing a show in Smallville, you'd think, well, maybe I should watch the first 15 minutes of part 1 to see not the first 50, but like, after half an hour, the next 15 minutes, Smallville part and Superman 3, because he goes to Smallville. You'd think you'd watch that before making that show, and you'd realize that she is Lana. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway.
Whatever. I own it, so yay, I'm cool.
Right. Could have used that money to feed some small children in another country here.
But I wanted to feed the birds. Sorry. I hate that kid. I wanted to feed the birds, like idiot. Put it in the bank, you dumbass kid. At least buy something cool with it. I was with the father in that movie. I'm like, this kid's irritating me. I don't think you're supposed to side with the dad against Mary Poppins or I'm like, Mary Poppins, like, what's your problem? I don't want to don't let my son feed the birds.
You get older and a lot of this stuff is like, you see it in a different light, right?
I do. No, but even back then, I was like, at least go buy a cap gun or something. Like, I want to feed the birds.
It's like breaking two Electric Boogaloo. It's like they're trying to tear down that rec center to build a mall. And like, as a kid, I'm like, no, let's fight against them. And now I'm like, well, it's not such a bad idea. Like,
this rec center sucks.
Yeah, it's like
this rec center sucks. I want a mall.
It's like, where are the kids going to go? They can all have a job in the mall. Like, what
get a job?
Yeah,
go get a job. All right, so this is all goofiness here.
Yeah, I don't like Goody. I got to tell you, Goody Rickles, the whole Don Rickles, Jack. I love you, man, but I could have done without it.
Yeah, so. He's starting to steam up now. The effects of the drug are happening, so it's just to give us a time for Guardian. Guardian's leaping over, leaps on top. A lot of good. Everything other than the Goody Rickles parts are still pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Light Ray meeting Clark is cool.
Mannheim. Yeah.
There's like this mega, like, I like this, like, jumping down and just beating the crap out of everybody here is awesome, and he's jumping and flipping. And this is a classic Jack Kirby, like, just like shit blowing up behind him. You got this big, like, these perspectives of people's like, like they're like, getting destroyed, more guys getting destroyed, flipping over shit. Like, I mean, and then, okay, guys, get in here. Like, more guys are coming in.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, we got to cut to this. It's like, goofiness, goofy. Jimmy tells Morgan Edge that they're going to explode. So that's important. Yeah. And you can finish high school at home. Gee, where was I when this was on?
At high school?
I would have loved to have finished high school at home.
Well, you weren't old enough to be in high school. You weren't alive yet, but still.
Yeah, I don't think I was alive yet. Damn it! You guys got all the perks.
I was in like kindergarten or elementary school.
Yeah, Uncommon Sense. How you doing? Yeah, we're not keeping track of that anymore. It's too much. Like the chess symbol. Whew.
Yeah, we stopped.
Like, whose fault is that? We speculated it was Coletta.
On which one? Which chess symbol?
Like the chess symbol.
Goody symbol coming and going and
coming
changing.
back,
And,
being different.
I think it was Coletta.
Yeah.
It just flat gets rid of it sometimes.
and now it's a different color because it was blue. Now it's just like a square. Like, I mean, it's just like
Coloring could be printing issues, or it could be the colorist screwing up. So
yeah,
he wasn't the colorist.
Over 2 pages, it's the kind of circle-ish thing with 2 things, but then at one point, one of those ticks goes down into the actual symbol too. So it's just all over the map.
If it moves or it's not there or it's not complete, that's Coletta's crap. Color, that's nothing to do with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, anyways, they're continuing on here, and it's like, this is what I've been trying to tell you, Mr. Edge. Intergang did this to us. There's no telling when we'll ignite. I'm calling for a pizza. It's like, could you guys deliver? Can you deliver to a place that's exploded? No.
I don't know what the bomb squad's gonna do. Like, what are they supposed to do with that?
As much as the mod squad.
Yeah.
Like, just be there.
Mod squad.
He jumps in through the window for the save. He's like, that's it. I've had it with spades, clubs, diamonds, with a whole deck of cards. Yeah, okay. Oof. What happened? They're drinking their Pepto.
Yeah.
It was just Pepto-Bismol. That's
I'm
it.
drinking right now.
Yeah. There ain't no bat.
Where you been spending your nights?
Get me Lieutenant Eckhart. Oh my God. Oh, Eckhart. It's Eckhart, sir.
You're
Oh my
one.
God. I knew the whole movie. I could do the whole movie.
You ever see that MSC3K episode where they were doing the invention exchange, and one of them was this stuff that if you inhale it makes you talk like Jack Palance.
Oh,
Yes. Would you please pass the salts? Yes.
no, I didn't see that. I didn't see that one.
Jack Palance. We should do a whole show talking like Jack.
Jack Palance. I haven't seen any Mystery Science Science Theater 3000.
Probably they didn't really play that here. We knew about it because of American media, but it wasn't. I think they played it way later after the run. Because I got it on rabbit ears from a fuzzy channel called 49.
Wow.
But yeah, I don't know what the problem. And we had a comedy network here, like the Canadian version, and they refused to play it. So I don't. It was hard to come by. And like the only ones I've seen are the ones I have on DVD, and there weren't that many of them. So.
We would get Elvira though.
For tons of years, it was on first, like 5, 6, 7 years. It was on Comedy Central. Then it went to Sci-Fi Channel forever. And so most
we don't have Sci-Fi.
Elvira was one that
it lasted a long time. Oh
yeah. We got the Elvira, Mistress of the Dark.
Yeah,
where she would host the horror
cool.
movies or whatever. Those we like. I watched those
as a kid. This is so stupid. As a kid, I thought it was a DC comic show because the first time I ever saw Elvira was the Elvira version of House of Secrets.
Okay.
Remember they did about 13 issues or something like that?
Yeah.
I thought she was a DC character. So it's awesome. They have a live action version, right? But yeah, it was basically.
She did a movie. We went to the stupid movie.
The movie was we have.
I read year 2 and year 3.
See, I hated year 2. I liked year 1, even though it changed some stuff. I got to admit, I couldn't stand year 2, Joe, because it's this dumb idea about Batman running around with Joe Chill to find a killer. You know what I mean?
I think I read year 2 when year 2 came out. I don't.
Mike Barr and Alan Davis. I think Alan Davis did some really nice art for it, but
year 3 is Tim Drake first appearance, right?
It's year 3 is. I thought it was telling the first appearance of Dick Grayson, maybe, or
I'm sorry, it was telling the first appearance of Dick Grayson. One of my
think so,
like
yeah.
Yeah,
I remember right, but my
I believe I still have year 3 in the original books. Year 1 I have as a trade, and I don't have year 2 in any form, but I have year 3 I think in the original comics, like original comics of it. Or I may have given those away to a friend because I gave but whatever I gave my old comics were beat up. Like I used to like like take a bunch of them and make a roll. Like I would carry them or shove them in my backpack, and it was like, you know, I wasn't thinking, oh, I gotta get these 9.8s or whatever it is. I just kind of shoved them wherever.
There you go.
All right, Donnie Rickles is like, okay, his chair's on fire. Boom. And here comes the boom tube. And here comes Clark Kent, and he's back.
Yeah.
Morgan Edge is like, damn it, I tried to kill all you a-holes.
Yeah.
It's like, we're still here. And then Don Rickles runs away. Take me away, Bomb Squad people. You're like, all right. So there you go. That was Jimmy Olsen 141.
He was the sweet. That's the next one. Sorry.
It was the parts that were good were really good.
Yeah.
But then the other parts were a bit silly. So what can you do?
Yeah, I guess I must concur on that. It was silly, but still, it was a fun issue. You know,
it's not Bob Haney or anything like that.
No. And by the way, it was after a hiatus in the series because issue 140 was a bunch of reprints.
Right.
This was 141. Issue 140 was a whole bunch of reprints because I guess they were behind time or whatever. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Huh.
So they skipped an issue that was not new stuff. Anyway.
You know what? I think I got rid of my Elvira GIF. But anyways, I'll give you that. I'll give you that one.
Elvira,
yeah, I had I had the Elvira one where she breaks the chains.
Yeah, with her boobs.
I love the Elvira movie. I've literally memorized most of it too. I think it's a bloody masterpiece. It's hilarious.
It's terrible.
It's terrible.
The second one is really boring. I'd have to watch it again.
There's a second one?
Yes. Haunted Hills.
Yeah.
No, but
those hills were haunting.
Yeah. But the thing is that the guy's reading a Spider-Man comic. He goes, they really think they can kill Spider-Man with plutonium? He's got radioactive blood. And he's like, wait, let me see that. And then he rips the comic in half. I was so angry. Two movies. Monster Squad. When they ripped Horace's Wonder Woman comic, I'm like, I have that Wonder Woman comic, and you just ripped it in half. I was so upset.
You have a problem with ripping comics up? I have some stories for you. Not here, of course.
Oh my God!
Just love. But good.
Oh, okay. Well, I gave away Wanted, right? Like, but I'm talking about like he ripped up George Perez Wonder Woman. F that guy.
And I want to tell you these stories so bad, but now we can't do it. But
okay. All right. We're gonna save it. And I'm so happy with this Forever People comic. Well, let's get the credits.
I love
first.
Sumo. There we go. All right, here we go.
Yep.
All right. Forever People, volume only, number 5, November 1971. Cover artists Jack Kirby and Mike Royer. Getting close to the Mike Royer. It's starting to ease in here, but it's just a cover. Don't get too excited so far. Writer, who do you think? The King, penciler, the King, inker, the Court Jester, letterer, John Costanza, editor, the King. So there we go. Anything big happening in this issue? Well, yeah, but no big firsts or anything.
So sumo is the only sport that I watch, though I do dabble in UFC. But sumo, I've got 1 day left of the tournament, day 15. They do 90-minute recaps sometimes, but I might do the 90-minute live stream of it. But I also watch the highlights in English. So I follow sumo. I have been since 2014. So I was pretty excited to have a sumo character show up. And they actually talk about some stuff here too. And it's pretty neat. Now, if he was going to be an actual sumo, he would need to have the hair in the top knot.
It's a bit small, right?
There's actually no size limits or minimums. There's no weight class. There is just different divisions, and you go from one, which is there's like when you're young, you start in one, then you go to Jurio, which is the kind of like CFL. Is that a thing? CFL is something, right? Football.
CFL is Canadian Football League.
Yeah. Is it? Oh, what's the? Oh, that's not it then. What's the one before what's before NFL?
What do you mean?
Is there nothing? What's below that?
When you thinking of NHL and OHL,
Maybe
MLB,
okay.
Major League Baseball, NFL.
There must be college football. Like what's college football?
Yeah,
That's it's just called. Well, it's just called college football because they're different sections.
Oh, okay.
The SEC and the Big 10 and the Big 12.
Right. Okay. So let's say that OHL is a good one. OHL and NHL. So like, let's say there's like a league below. That's Jurio. So you start off there and then you move in. That's it. There's no way you like. I've seen guys that are like 400 pounds and facing a guy who's 200. It is what it is. Anyway, so that's how it goes. There's no weight cuts. But anyway, so yeah, so I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. So Sunny Sumo, what else we got here? I mean, the beginning's the best. What else? Is there anything? Not really anything to mention exactly. But the mother box so Desaad was hoping that he destroyed the mother box last issue. Darkseid said, well, we're not sure if it's destroyed. Yeah. Sean bet his mortgage that it was destroyed. And it looks like it. I'm just joking. He didn't bet that because we knew it's not destroyed. It's back and it landed with Sunny Sumo. Now, I got, let me pose this question. If you're introducing a new character, what should we have him like playing tiddlywinks or have him
just talking for an issue
or talking for an entire issue?
He should talk about his fees. I want to know about his rent situation, like there was relationship status. Is Sonny seeing anyone?
Is he seeing anyone? Is what are his? Who's he going to vote for?
Right. What does he think about climate change? And
I'm like, I started laughing at me. I'm like, the first thing this guy does is fight a giant robot. It's like the first page.
And Spock, apparently, Ray was saying Spock. Look, oh no, that's something.
I was like, look. I said, did you need evidence that Jack Kirby's the greatest person? Okay, look. It's like, okay, page 1. Okay, he's putting this thing on. And then, so it's not the first page. I lied. It's not the first page.
Right? Sorry, Sonny, get out there and just forget your troubles. Let's relax. Maybe you want to talk about you. This guy you're fighting. Turns out he's got a lot of the same problems as you. Girlfriend won't talk to him. He's having
none of that.
So many problems with his dog at home. I tell you, and his parents, all kinds of this. I mean, he really nice guy. I really got to know him. Goes out there and make a new friend. I think I'll go out there and kick his ass.
And it's like giant robot. You're like, okay, so it's Sumo. It's Magnus Robot Fighter.
Yes. I'll kick his freaking robot ass. How about that?
And it's just this entire thing is a battle.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know. It's like you could just enjoy it. Like guys like this, he's twisting this bar. This robot. This looks like a robot Darkseid.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. It does. Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm only noticing it now.
That's true. It is NCAA. You're right. Because that's college football. National College Football Association of America.
Oh, okay. Is that a thing? Yeah. God, I don't know anything. It's real. That's really bad.
You'll be okay. You probably never need to know any of that shit. Doubtless a gun will be pointed at you saying, all right, buddy. What conference are the Dallas Cowboys in? What division?
Oh, Dallas Cowboys are in the NFL, right?
Yeah, we got the league. Hey, you'll probably be okay. Yeah.
Well, Sean's correcting me on when Sean is correcting me on hockey, that means it's really bad because
it's like I don't know sports either, but we're in Canada. It's like you got wrapped tinfoil around your head to keep the hockey out.
It's worked for me.
Yeah. I bet you guys know some sports. For example, who did Rocky Balboa first beat to become champion of the world?
Apollo Creed.
There you go.
Yes, that's a good. I do know that sport. I know a little. I dabble in UFC a bit, so I do a little bit of UFC.
Gotcha.
And I have gone to tennis matches actually.
Wait, did something happen to the AFL? Yes, they merged with the NFL in 1970.
Those letters, so some letters merged with other letters. That's all I got.
The American Football Conference and the National Football. American Football League and the National Football League.
Wow. Yeah.
Merged to form the National Football League.
Did they get bigger? Did they become a guy?
Yes, they merged.
And it became like Voltron or something.
It did. It was like pretty cool. Look at that. All those
They
helmets.
should,
Cool
if they
helmets.
ever do robot jocks in real life, I'll be into that for sure.
I figured that's one of my favorite things because that's the only sport I ever loved is pro football. And part of it is sort of like superheroes. They got cool uniforms and stuff.
Yeah.
Colors and all
That
that
is
stuff.
true.
That is something I love about it, I'll admit. But anyway, this gentleman right here, boy, Vince Coletta's inking on this page really aggravates me, but that's good.
Yeah. You think like a lot of stuff
Backgrounds
is
are completely erased.
gone. Yeah, they're gone. Yeah.
Jerk off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Forever People I guarantee you this thing had more in it. I guarantee you there's shit in here. That was
get
Well,
erased.
yeah, that machine should have a lot more Kirby stuff in it.
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Think about it.
The
For sure. I've never this is the simplest
inked
looking
by
Kirby
who else?
machine I've ever seen.
See, this is like very Stanish and inked by who else? Vince Coletta. I was like, what is that supposed to mean, Jack?
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right, so Desaad has been monitoring the this is Saw. This is actually Saw.
The Saw is about the sod.
Yeah, it is. It is. And even has a hood and everything. Wow!
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Told you. Jack
So
created
he's
Saw.
been
Jack
yeah.
created Saw.
Jack created yeah, but Stan created Jack, so it all
True.
goes back.
Well, the sod really is Stan. Sorry. Good.
So they're torturing the Forever People, and he's laughing about it, and he's even wondering like, well, how come Darkseid's not into this? Like,
Yeah,
bastard.
come on.
Yeah.
Jock said we could watch. Basically, why don't you like the same whacking material that I like?
Yeah,
Basically what he's saying.
yeah. So the anguish here of all of this stuff. Meanwhile, we go back to this Darkseid robot, which I can't believe I did not pick up on earlier. That has to be.
Well done, Sean.
That has to be. Boom. It's like Smash shooting this mist out or whatever. It's like, hey, what the hell's going on? This guy's shooting fire and he's got weapons. So this is supposed to be a wrestling match, like a proper fight.
Like an exhibition match or something.
Yeah, and look, so he's shooting out weapons. He's got like blades coming out. Like he just barely dodges, and then he's got this flamethrower coming out, and they're like, "What the hell's going on here?" But this is so cool. So he has this sort of ability. It's like a mind over matter ability.
Yeah.
What did he name it? I wrote that down, or I can't. Can you see it on there?
Wound rejection.
Yeah, wound rejection.
Yeah,
that is awesome.
that's so cool. I like.
So it's like he just wills himself. And then he's all burnt up here, and he wills himself back, and then he gets a second win, and then picks this guy up and just smashes the crap out of him, and he beats him.
Yep.
Now he goes back to the mother box, and the mother box actually heals him.
Yeah, because like he can't do that forever.
No.
So
Yeah.
it's like it's coming back, and he's like, I need medical attention. But the mother box heals him.
Yep. So she heals him, and then ping. So ping. That's the way that it communicates. So he's like, oh, it's gonna take me somewhere on this like mission or something. He's like, well, it healed me. It's helping me out. So he's a samurai, and boom, he teleports to the Happy Land Funhouse where different all of the Forever People are being tortured in different ways. He lands in this boat because, as we know, like they go through this ride and there's like the skeleton, but it's actually Mark Moonrider, and he smashes through and rescues them. So now it's we got to rescue the Legion. So this was one of the things. This is sort of like this is a story trope where it's like, okay, I got to acquire each guy or whatever. Yeah. And I wanted to point this out, and this is not to knock the Birds of Prey comic that I showed you earlier, because I actually did like that comic. I thought it was okay. But one thing that I didn't like is something that is new, that is in modern comics, which is that entire first Birds of Prey issue was Black Canary assembling a team. Now there was fighting. So she goes to Zealot, who's fighting all these guys. She goes to Big Barda, who's fighting. She goes to Cassandra Cain, who's fighting. So it is a lot of fighting, and she acquires each character. And then at the very end, she's like, okay, here's the mission. But this comic had a lot of stuff before, and acquiring the guys. Like he manages to tell more. He gives us more things going on than in normal comics. And by normal comic standard, that Birds of Prey comic is fast paced because there's still action and stuff too. So by normal comic standards, or by today's comic standards, it's fine. But by back then, it'd be like, well, this was boring. But this still has, because he's still going to have to, like, as soon as you start to read this, you're like, I get what's going to happen. He's going to have to go and rescue everybody. Mm-hmm. But look, this is page 12. Well, let's say from here. So on page 11 is where he starts to go to acquire each guy. So for those previous 10 pages, we had action. Like we had a fight, and we learned about his character through the way he behaves in battle. Yeah. This is a thing that I really like.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Very well put together.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Like, I just, because it's a comic book, man. Like,
no, but what you're describing too is lost in movies as well. Like the fun of it is lost, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's very, very well said. No, well, One Piece was something that was that kind of thing.
Yeah, well, I'm on my second. I'm on my second time for that one.
I'm about to go back again.
Yeah, but One Piece is Japanese. Like in other countries, they still do this,
you're right.
Right. So,
although Netflix it was made here. I mean, it was from there.
Yeah, but it's based on like the same exact stories and characters. And
I got you. Yeah, we can't do anything like this now.
Yeah.
I said this in my review for One Piece. I'll say it here to mark this as a moment. If Netflix keeps doing this, Marvel is dead, because my wife has at least a couple hundred number ones of manga, and all of them are awesome. Like they can do Naruto because it's all ninja.
This is a one-off, though.
No, well, it might not be.
Well, look what happened to what's the name of that one?
Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy Bebop.
But that sucked.
Set up so badly, and the only reason why this worked out was because the creator got creative control, but that's something he negotiated himself. So I don't know.
No, but that's what I'm saying. They're going to copy that.
Yeah,
they're going to say
if they try that again, something could be good again. Yeah,
right. That's what I'm saying. They're just going to copy it. They're going to be like, why didn't Bebop succeed? Because they're dumb. They're going to be like, well, it didn't succeed. What was the missing factor? Oh, we don't have the guy creating the thing there. Oh, okay, but we got it for this one. Oh, let's do that next time. That's all they know. If they can copy it, they can easily get these guys. Just like now, they can easily get them. If they get My Hero Academia, they get Naruto, they get Dragon Ball, it's fucking over.
They've got Marvel's 2 scores to their belt right now. Cobra Kai and One Piece. So it's a possibility that they can get something else right.
They can't. Now, Kenshin, I believe, was it English? I don't think it's English, because my wife read all of Kenshin as well. We've got Kenshin statues and all that stuff too. So Rurouni Kenshin, I don't think it was English, but I'm not 100% sure because I didn't watch it. It might be Japanese language, which is different. One Piece is the best English speaking adaptation, because the English speaking Death Note was a travesty of garbage. And I'm a Death Note mega guy. I read all of it. I read it all, saw it all, watched all the movies, own the movies. I have posters, have statues and figurines and keychains and like everything. I have everything for Al. Al, yes, but for Death Note. Yeah.
No, I wasn't crazy about the Japanese movies either, though. Like the live action ones.
They were okay.
Like, to me, if you're not doing the story, because to me it's a great miniseries.
I know they didn't have Nier
beginning to end. Then
how's there no Nier? Nier and Mello are not in it. Like Nier is the winner at the end. Like I know. Anyway, it was Japanese with English, so that I'm not counting that one on Common Sense because that's still Japanese language. And my buddy liked Kenshin as well. I'm talking about English speaking because unfortunately, some people aren't going to do subtitles. It's just I know a lot of people.
That's not true because Squid Game was a huge hit.
Correct. It was, but it's not. I don't know. They liked it in Squid Game. A lot of people at my place didn't watch Squid Game either, but they're like, they need English. They want English. Okay,
that's true. Right. I know a lot of people like that as well.
Yeah, they won't do subtitles and stuff. It's like they just can't get into. Yeah. I mean,
The L actor was great. Yeah.
The L actor was great, but there's no Nier, and so they just made L do what Nier does, which is fine.
Yeah.
All right, so he rescued Moon Rider. Now he's going to rescue Big Bear. Boom, he rescues him. This is basically a montage. It's a page of each guy getting rescued.
Montage.
He's a badass. Even Kirby needs a montage.
Even Kirby. And again, like you could just tell there's been stuff erased because there is no way that this is all that there was. Like his machines are insane, and like why they don't look.
Yeah,
that way
those
anymore.
panels are just blank. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not going to be around much longer, if I remember right.
All right, so basically, so now he's becoming aware that the guys are being rescued.
Next issue, Mike Royer, so much better.
Oh, is it? Okay. Oh, yeah. So then, boom! It's like his thing blows up. It's like, holy shit, guards, get the hell in here, do something. I love that we haven't seen him without a hood before, have we? Because I was pretty shocked over his.
No, I don't think so.
I'm gonna get that haircut. I could almost do it. I just shaved the background. I'm gonna get the Desaad haircut. I haven't seen Yamamoto. Anime is awesome. Yeah, the anime is good. We saw that. Yeah, Techno. I haven't read these. I haven't read those.
It looks like Royer starts with the Mr. Miracle 5.
Mr. Miracle. So there you go.
And the next issue of Forever People.
Yeah.
And then so on and so forth. Basically, I think he took over all the books.
Yeah. So Dreamer is the next one, and she's been seeing this nightmarish thing, but it's really she now sees Mark. It's like, oh, we're back, and we have this free giant-sized moon monster. Oh, that's awesome! I want a free giant-sized moon monster.
What were these? They're probably just like a jointed.
Oh, there were probably like a cutout.
Yeah,
a paper cutout or some kind of maybe a blow up thingy.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm trying to look it up.
Yeah,
good.
I don't know. Probably won't find it.
I don't know if this is real, but it looks pretty awesome to me. Oh my god, I have to get one of these.
What?
Well, these must be new. There's no way this is from that time. Must be new. I'll show them to you after. No. There's no way that this is new. Anyways, he looks pretty awesome. What? Yeah, over 6 feet tall. Yeah, he's like a big. Oh, here's what it is. It's like it goes on your door. Do you guys see my Han
the jointed giants or whatever? Yeah.
Do you see my Han in carbonite behind my head right there?
Yeah.
Where? Oh yeah. Greatness. Wow.
Right. So there you go. You can see that, and you can see my Carolyn Monroe autographs.
Oh no, really? Oh
yeah, right next to Han there, and Police Academy 4 poster. Nobody has a Police Academy 4 poster.
Oh no. Well, except I don't know, Tom. Tom might. Tom is just that kind of guy.
Oh, nice. I like him already.
Tom, you should see his movie collection. I've never heard a movie mentioned that he can go, yeah, I have that. That's just like you said, it sucked. Yeah, but I have it anyway.
Oh my god, yeah, me too. What the hell?
He's that guy. Tom's that guy.
Oh, awesome. Yes, it's like, yeah, just buy it. Even if you hated it, maybe in 10 years you'll like it. Who knows?
It looks like, except for Jimmy Olsen, which continues for a while now that I'm with Coletta, the other books all switched to Royer.
Right.
So that's good.
Yeah. All right, this is so now we've got everyone assembled again. Here comes the gang. It's like here they come. It's like, all right, let's go. Now, I mean, Seraphin, who is this again? Viking. Viking was trapped in this thing.
Yeah.
And he's got to press this pedal every time to save his man. That's really shitty.
Yes.
Like he's got the worst. That's the worst one, man. Like I feel like Dreamers wasn't as bad. You're just laying down. Yeah. It's like this guy's got to physically do this crap. So, anyways, so they rescue everybody. They rescue Viking, and then here comes the mother. Here comes all the guys. He's like, I didn't know. I'm sorry, friends. I didn't know they were behind me till the last moment. That's okay, Viking. You're cool. And then here's the Blake 7 ending. No spoilers.
Ducks.
Duck, you sucker, yeah. Suddenly the room's light dims, and like distant rolling thunder, the sound of rising force fills the stifling air. Lower your weapons. Sleep. Whoa. I wish it was that easy for me.
Really?
No, I can fall asleep pretty easily. I can fall asleep right now, like while I'm on stream. If I go like this, I'll fall asleep.
Wow.
It's like,
Shooter.
yes.
Hey, Shooter, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Shooter. Yeah, yeah, we saw Shooter in here.
Yeah,
we
I
saw
didn't see
Shooter
him
up
here.
here.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we saw
Good
him
to
here.
see you, dude. Go Shooter.
I do like, yeah. I saw Akira. I was there for Akira. I took a Japanese class, and I did a presentation on Akira. And I got that on VHS when it came out, and I had a lot of anime on VHS, a lot. Anything Ghost in the Shell, I forgot the guy's name now. The guy who did Ghost in the Shell and Dirty Pair, or the other ones. All those. I had all of those on VHS. Project Echo. I like that. Wind Named Amnesia. I had so many. I would just buy anything. But they were $30 or $40 on VHS back in the day.
They were expensive. Yeah.
Very expensive.
Yeah.
Okay, so you put them all to sleep. So this is the anti-life equation. Dun dun dun.
Yep.
It's like
anti-life.
He's got the anti-life equation in his mind, but he doesn't really know how it works, right? So that's it. I love this. It's like, oh, Mother Box doesn't fear you, neither do we. It's like, if Mother Box thinks you're cool, we do too.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm Sonny Sumo, and I've handled power all my life, but this kind of scares me. And he's a cool character, man. Did they make a figure of this guy?
I don't think so.
No. He's forgotten.
No, he's very obscure, forgotten.
Yeah.
No, sir.
Well, they had him in something. There's modern pictures of him.
He always reminded me of that guy from there was an old toy line called Big Jim in the 70s.
Yeah, Big Jim.
Yeah.
And they had the guy, one of his buddies wore a shirt. He looked exactly like this guy, a little thinner. And he had I think he had a metal hand or something. Remember?
Big Jim was the pack?
With the pack. He was one of those dudes. You look at the Kirby did the ads, the art for some of those ads for Big Jim.
Wow.
And he always kind of remind a little bit of that guy. That's in a way.
I will make a Big Jim papercraft. I'll make a big.
You had Big Jim?
Not Big Jim. Sorry. I will make a Sunny Sumo papercraft character. I can make this in like half an hour. It would.
Did you ever have Big Jim down there? I was from the 70s.
Yep.
But I never. Time.
I never had any though.
Yeah.
Wow, I love Big Jim.
He should. Yeah, he's no longer in the Sumo Association, so he doesn't. He's not in Grand Sumo anymore. So he could shave his head. Otherwise, you need the top knot. And you can't have tattoos either. So I will not be allowed to go into sumo. I probably have my back broken the second I collided with the first.
Yeah.
As soon as the Tachi starts, I'll be crushed. Okay, but what's our next move? To free the others held captive here and make certain that Happy Land amuses only paying customers. Great Dark Side, you saw, you heard, you know Desaad. I must admit they have a point. We must be what we are. And of course, that's the pity of it. It's the very core of our conflict. Oh, you want to do it? Do it in your voice, Clobby. You like doing Dark Side?
Let's see. Where are we? Let me find it.
Last page of the
Great Dark Side, you saw, you heard. You know Desaad, I must admit. That's the point. We must be what we are. And of course, that's the pity of it. It's the very core of our conflict. To fulfill ourselves, we must kill them, and take sumo. I want the anti-life equation and Wonder Woman, of course.
Hey, what's going on here?
Remember from the cartoon? He wanted Wonder Woman.
Yeah, it was Peter Cullen. No, it wasn't Peter Cullen. It was Frank Welker as Darkseid. I'm pretty sure.
He was always obsessed with Wonder Woman. We must capture Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Boss, what's up with
So
you and
good.
Wonder Woman, man? You go buy a magazine, dude. What's wrong with you?
I know. He always did that Dr. Claw voice as Dark Side.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
You want to
That
just
is
quickly
it.
go through the Young Gods Super Town?
Oh yeah, let's do it because I did
Is
read
it
it.
in here, or
What
It should
happened?
be. It should be here.
is
Read
that
it
the
one?
end of this? Or
It's at the end probably.
yeah, that's all a reprint of.
Yeah, here we go. Lonar. Let's go through this because I did read it and
Yeah.
it was part of it. So
Yeah.
introducing Lonar, the barbarian. No.
Yeah.
So you got this wreckage here, written, drawn by Jack Kirby, inked by Coletta. So we've got Lonar here, who's literally a He-Man name. It's like
Yeah.
Lonar. Born and bred to violence, thus they died. It's like so that's like ruined. This whole entire place is all ruined. It's all ping, 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 ping. It's like, what is going on here? Ping, 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 ping. And he blasts through the rock here. And then smashes through here, and a horse comes out. I'm like, yes. I'm like, you must ride this horse.
Yeah.
And then, yes, I must. And he jumps right on it, and they just ride. And that's it. I'm like, this was awesome.
All for the horsey.
First of all, horses are awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like
They are.
I mean, like just going. This is like literally a D&D like first quest just to get a mount or whatever. Like, all right, you're gonna need a mount in the next adventure. So, I mean, I don't know. This was awesome. I just like I love this. I thought this is so cool. So I didn't know. So when I was reading it, I was like, oh, what the hell is this? I've never heard of this Lonar thing. Like, what is this? And I thought, okay.
I forgot it was back there.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was part of, like, I couldn't, like, was it like part of this comic or, and I'm like, well, I'm going to read it anyways. It's here.
Well,
so
they should have put it before the reprints, after the main.
Yeah,
story.
yeah.
And then
I don't understand why they did that.
Man, yeah.
Never understood why they put that all the way at the back.
They start turning up from here on in.
Because usually
the next one has like New Gods
right
5 has one, and yeah.
Because usually these 50, when this is for a while there, and when they were in 71, when they were experimenting, they would do these 52 pagers, for 25 cents, and obviously some of them were full reprints, and some of them were well, some of them were all reprints. And they should have put that news story after the main news story for Kirby.
This Sandman this isn't
Simon
Wesley.
and Kirby Galactus, yeah.
But it's not Wesley Dodds, right?
Yeah, he is, but he had it was when they gave him this weird superhero makeover that Simon and Kirby did to him. Okay. He is Wesley Dodds, though. It's kind of
it is Wesley Dodds. Okay, cool.
He had a real weird era there where he was had a superhero type look to him.
The only Sandman I read was Mystery Theater.
Yeah, that was popular back then. Matt Wagner wrote that, I think. Didn't he?
I really like it a lot. Like I thought it was like pretty stellar.
Much as I love Simon and Kirby, I never really cared much for some of these Sandman issues. About his 70s edition of his version, of course, but they were okay. But again, it was just like everything needed to be superheroes at that point for a while there, sort of. But
it seems kind of neat. Maybe I'll read this. I didn't read this. It's not in because I'm reading it off my digitals, and this was not included in the digital. The other issue was included in the digital. So, like the Lonar.
Look at the change between his style right there, and the front, the Forever People part of the book is amazing. Yeah. It was so night and day. He was young, and I liked it. Don't get me wrong, but yeah.
I'm gonna show you that giant. What was it? Giant moon monster. Yeah, giant moon monster. So I mean, this looks like it's new. Someone made this new.
Yeah.
That's all. And look, they did My Pet Monster version.
Oh, that's funny.
But I need to get this. This is wicked.
Wow!
I need to get a whole shit
mini moon monster on it. So yeah, I'd say someone
5 inches.
You think that was custom?
Oh, those are custom.
Jeez.
Oh my god! This is a T-shirt. Oh my god! I might have to get this T-shirt.
Great.
Oh, I'm so happy I discovered this. I love this kind of stuff, man. It's like,
well, I love those ads, but I've never really thought about that one. But that is a cool one.
that is really cool. But yeah, so there you go. All right, so let's take a look at what's next. The next one's coming up on the docket here.
By the way, where are you getting this order from? You got like a place you found that has the reading order?
Yeah, I don't know if it's right or wrong. Is it? It was off by one issue last time. Sean, was it off again on this?
It was off a bit, yeah. Like so my reading order from the omnibus. Let me just get to the.
It works fine for me. In that book, they're putting them in this kind of order, right?
So we just did.
The order we're reading it in is the order it is in that omnibus, isn't it?
No, it was off by. They
went
moved
off a few weeks ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's the next ones according to that book?
The next one is New Gods 5.
Yeah, that's what I got.
And then Jimmy Olsen 142 and 143.
Weird.
So do what you want. Like if you want to mix around Mr. Miracle 5 and then do Jimmy Olsen 143 in the next round, or
no, let's do it by your book.
What did
Jimmy
you
Olsen 140?
Did you find like somebody put it in the blog or something, the Fourth World Reading Order? Because
yeah, something like that.
Yeah, not that that's a bad thing. Because there probably
this thing is messed up.
Probably a lot of opinions on that.
Yeah, this is messed up.
I thought the omnibus was in release order, like back in the day. That's what I thought it was, because not all of these were monthly. There's some bi-monthly and all that. I could be wrong.
No, some of them were bi-monthly, but eventually went monthly. No, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've got New Gods 5.
Yeah.
Jimmy 142, Jimmy 143.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. Is that cool, Clobby?
Oh, yeah. When I go to read them, when I'm ready, I always go look at you because I forget usually. So I just go look at your channel and what you have programmed and just go from there. Yeah. So what did we do this past week? We did 3. Tonight we just did Mr. Miracle. What's 5 or 6?
Today is Mr. Miracle 4.
It was 4. Okay, yeah. Then Forever People 5.
And Jimmy
because I just found another reading list, and it has that we did so far. That was what we were supposed to do in orders, like Jimmy Olsen 141, Mr. Miracle 4, Forever People 5, and it says New Gods 5, Jimmy Olsen 142 and 143. Oh, there you go.
That's what we're doing. Yeah. So that's what we're doing.
Oh, and then after that, Mr. Miracle, Forever People, New Gods. So it looks like whatever your list is looking at, according to others who concur. For what that's worth.
Okay. So let's do New Gods 5, Jimmy 142, 143. Easy. That'll be an easy one.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
So that is that. So next Monday is Legion live stream. And then Tuesday's Brave and the Bold. And then Wednesday we're on break. Or are we on Action Elite on Wednesday?
Yeah. I won't attend that.
Okay.
I'm on streams every day next week, so and you are too. So
I'm on streams every day next week. Yeah.
What time is your Brave and the Bold? What time is your Brave and the Bold? I want to watch. If I can from home, I'll watch. I'll be in the chat for you. So
Sean, you want to do it? Is it 7 or 7:30?
7:30.
7:30. So 7:30 our time.
Yeah.
6:30 my time.
Yeah, on 6:30 your time on Tuesday. I'll send you I can send you the link if you want to come on. Come on. If you can't, you can't. That's it. If you can come on
with Tom, but I think I could excuse myself that one night. But I mean,
yeah, I'll send you a link. I'll send you the link. Come on. That's it. We like. I didn't realize. I knew you liked Brave and the Bold. I didn't realize like it was like your favorite.
But I don't want to intrude on you guys doing it. Shit, just you guys. I remember I did my top 25 before.
I did. I watched that.
If I had a way, thanks. If I had a way to do it, I would be doing that too. I've done it a long time ago where I reviewed it all there, but there was nobody necessarily to review it with. I just didn't get into it. Then Raquel and Mark really weren't going to review it with me. We got enough So,
Well, then come on. That's it. You got to come on because that's good. Because like the whole point of this is to have fun talking about it with people that like it.
If you don't mind, I would love to join at least for that much.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and that one's going to be a floater stream for a bit because we have our set ones. So
whatever, float it around. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, we'll float that one around so that you can come on other because like our buddy Owen from the Action Elite, he goes back and forth to Scotland a lot. So he'll come back from Scotland. He's like, okay, guys, we do like 2 or 3 streams, and then he's like, we gotta take a break for a month, and then so it's like I don't even know myself. He's just like he goes, are you good this Wednesday? I'm like, sure. I don't know. I'm good. Whatever. He wants to talk about the Phantom movie and the Shadow movie. I'm like, I don't need to rewatch those. I don't need any notice. Yeah, I could do that stream right now.
Michael's been threatening me with the Phantom for a while. With not the Phantom, with the Shadow for a while, because he knows what I think about it and what he thinks about it. He wants to do the two of us, going after it. But it's been a couple of years now, and I don't know when we're going to do it. But I said, dude, I don't even own that crap. He said, I'll send you one. So you don't have to do it, but so we might do it one of these days. The Shadow, but I like the Phantom.
Yeah, I like the Shadow, so I can be in the chat and be like, I like Shadow.
I'll definitely let you know if that ever happens. So,
and everyone will hate me.
Nobody's hating around here. Well, thanks, fellas. I appreciate it.
All right, so what's going on, Clobby? What do you got going on?
I guess I'll go hang out with Nick and the gang at the comic shop in about half an hour or so on my buddy Nick Weiser's channel. 30 Flavors of Nick Weiser. Tomorrow night, Saturday Night Star Trek. And of course, for the next couple of weeks, our wonderful Raquel will not be with us. So we're probably just going to do basic Star Trek stuff. Just talk some open Trek tomorrow night. Mark and I, and who knows. And then, of course, for the next 2 weeks until she gets back. And comes back, that is, on the show. And then Sunday night, there's Sunday Night Geekery on Mark's channel. So 10 p.m. Eastern for that. So 9 p.m. Central for Star Trek tomorrow night. So there you go.
Awesome. And I put your links in the description. They're in the description, but they're also in the chat.
Thank you kindly. Thank you.
Cool. And Mr. Miracle won 75% of the votes went to Mr. Miracle.
Yay.
It's a tough one because I really like Sonny Sumo and I really like him fighting that robot. So I don't know, but Mr. Miracle has Big Barda, man, and it's just they're both so. But no, Big Barda's got to win, man. She's just too awesome.
I like Big Barda, and I cannot lie.
I think that's the only line anyone knows from that song.
Exactly.
Sean, what's going on your channel?
You
got your thing scheduled this Saturday, baby. I saw that.
Yeah, this Saturday, 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Be there for the 1974 Horror Hall of Fame special with Vincent Price and other people, Frank Gorshin and all that, but Billy Van from Hilarious House of Frightenstein, which is a near and dear to every Canadian's heart. He's in it as well. So tune in, man.
All right, cool. All right, well, guys, thanks so much for joining us in the chat. Oh, I forgot. This Sunday we're going to be covering No Mercy, the wrestling event. So Steve and I will be. I forgot that's monthly now. That's this Sunday. I didn't make a stream for it. I got to do that. I'll do that right afterwards. So I'll set that up. And everyone's got all the subscribers will see that. So yeah, that's the wrestling. Steve and I talking about No Mercy. That'll be on Sunday night, probably around 8:00. It's just the one event, so it should go pretty fast. But okay, that is it. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Thanks for joining us. If you're seeing this later on, I appreciate it. If you're not a subscriber and you like this kind of stuff, hit the notification bell, give us a subscription, hit the like, all that kind of stuff that everyone always says that I always forget to say. I'm remembering to say it now. All right. Until next time.
Hey, friends, you've just been listening to J-Man, and he is the smartest person who ever lived. So make sure you like and subscribe.